Hi, Ben here with Amtex Equipment again, bringing you a new model of the Inferno 3047 2013 Eruption. Inferno 3047 Eruption direct drive. After all, there is not only one taste or one specific taste in the market. There is all kinds of tastes in colors, formation, drives, and what have you. That's why we provide all kinds of design for the market to cover all the bases. Now, this system, just like the prior videos I posted about 3047, it is powered by the world's most respected engine manufacturer, Kohler, powering a 4.7 roots blower in the back direct drive with 528 CFM, power transmitting through a 9 JEM coupler, which is very simple to be replaced. We're going to get to it in just a second. Also on the top, just like the other models that we have, it is equipped with a Hypro 4.8 gallon per minute, 2,500 PSI pump, providing enough flow of water for these two supercharged heat exchangers on each side to create and provide sizzling temperature for two technicians or one technician to do whatever, carpet, tile and grout, furniture, water extractions, and what have you. Now, as far as the direct drive part of this system is very unique, because if we come closer, in order to kind of get the system much more friendlier than the prior model that we used to do back in early 2000, we came up with a plate system where the engine can sit on. Now, the difference between the clearance of the shaft of the engine versus the blower is about 1/8 of an inch. That's why this plate was chosen with 1/8 of an inch thickness, so it allows the engine to go high enough to get a perfect lineup with your blower. And as far as removing the old coupling or replacement of it is very simple. By using a 9/16 wrench, you should be able to loosen these two bolts on each side, on the left side of the engine, coming to the right side, do the same thing to the other two bolts, and once these four bolts are loosened, by disconnecting the left union right here, which connects the engine to the right heat exchanger, and the left union right there, which connects the left heat exchanger to the engine, you should be able to easily pull this whole entire engine, carrying the pump forward, replace the coupling, put it back within minutes. Now, as far as the feature on this system is pretty much, like I said, the same as the belt drive. But what makes this unit so unique, it is its compactness, because by having a direct drive system, you'll be able to have your engine and the blower to kind of line up in a same plate. That kind of allowed the designer to be able to have your heat exchangers much closer. As far as the width of the machine, you do see that this machine, it is much slimmer than the 3047. Then again, on the 3047 belt drive, as far as the repair friendly of it is the first thing in our mind, because after all, when it comes to repairing a unit, you don't want to go through a heck of a time doing all kind of, removing panels and what have you. You want to be able to just get in there, do the job, and get out and get on with your life. Now, as far as, let's make an example. For example, to remove the heat exchanger on this machine is extremely simple. How? By simply loosening the union here. There is two bolts in the back, which is, again, they are 3/8 bolts using a 9/16. And of course, if you come to the left side of the heat exchanger, there's another two bolts of the same size. By loosening these four bolts and the union, you should be able to completely remove the heat exchanger and put it to the side. Now, that's another thing that we use in our design, of not going through so many different type of bolts and fasteners. If we take a look at this system, 90% of the bolts and the nuts that we use, they are 3/8, which you use the same 9/16 wrench or socket. And about 4% of the bolts that we use, they are 1/4 inch, which you can see them on the top, holding some of the cover, like let's say the cover for the pump. And if you come to the left side of the machine, you'll be able to also see holding the exhaust to the body. Now, if we come to the top part of the system, we're going to go to the other 1% of the type of the bolt we use, which is a 5/16, which you use a 1/2 inch wrench. In other words, this machine does look beautiful. It is powerful. It is high performance, but still simple to get into it, get out, and get on with your life. Now, as far as any other features, if we can bring the camera closer, this is where your gray water enters. So you always want to make sure that you double check for any kind of cloggage. And your filtration system is on the top, just like the other unit. By having two 2-inch filter, you're providing about 6.28 square inch of opening for that large monster blower down there to be able to breathe easy. That's why by having a wide open flow of the suction as far as the top, and of course if we come to the bottom, you'll be able to see the stainless steel everyday silencer that we use, MagnaFlow. You're giving this machine that wide open flow of air. That's why Infernos are known to have impressive suction, because there is no delay as far as the air getting into the system or getting out. Now, your airflow, your air valve, it is located on the top manifold box of the blower. In order to remove your top box, again, you don't need to go through any trouble except loosening these two stainless steel unions. They're very simple to be. They're just hand tight. You'll be able to completely disconnect the top of the tank off. However, we do have this top lid in case if you want to get into your filters, you don't want to go through the trouble of removing your top of your tank. You can simply get in there and get out. And when the machine runs with the suction, it does pull them in. As far as getting to the blower, let's say in case of seizures or lubrication or cleanup, you don't have to go again through so much trouble removing all kind of stuff out of your way, just like the other unit we built. They're extremely repair technician friendly. And this one, if you want to remove the box, you can simply remove these 4 3/8 bolts and that the top box gets removed. If you want to remove the tower part of it, again, there is another flange right here that by loosening those 4 3/8 bolts, again, you can take the top section off. If you want to get completely into the blower, all you got to do is just loosen the union and you'll be able to directly look into the blower and do your lubrication and seasoning and what have you. Now, I can keep going and on about how beautiful this machine is. But what we're going to do, we're going to save some of our time so that we'll be able to post another video on the internet, hopefully right after this one, showing you her performance in action. Again, I want to thank you for your time, and I do look forward to see you in near future videos.